We, as the Social Security Administration of the State of Texas, has filed case against you for drug trafficking and as well as money laundering.
What is up everyone, welcome to another video. This is a serious video. One of the subscribers and a friend reached out to me. He wanted me to make this video because a scam happened with him. He lost $1,400 because of the social security scam which happened with him, and he shared me the entire conversation. He also sent me the recording and I'm gonna put it on the screen. So he specifically wanted me to make this video so that everybody in our community, in our family, can be aware of this. He wanted to make sure that he does his job of telling me and I do my job of telling all of you, and then hopefully everybody is aware of such scam and you don't get trapped into this. So that is what we're gonna talk about. Let's get started. Before I get started, I don't do this from all of my videos. For just this video, I really need your support in spreading this video, in sharing with people who you think they might need this, who you think they should be aware of something like this. This is the whole intention and goal, is to make you aware of such scams happens, and not a lot of people are going to talk about it because they are shameful and they are guilty and they feel that they are stupid, that they become part of the scam and they got scammed and they don't share with everybody else. But this guy who shared it with me, his intention is to share it with everybody. Obvious reasons, I'm gonna put the screenshot, but I'm gonna remove his name, and also I'll share the recording which he wanted me to share and kind of show how the scam happens. Okay, I'll put the screenshot of this whole message. If you want to stop watching this video, you can just read this thing and then skip the video, but if you want to continue watching it, that'll be great. There are two main scams which I'm going to talk about in this video. This one is social security scam which happened with this guy, and then there's an income tax scam which I will talk about it in the end of the video. The first time you come to United States and when you get a job on campus, you have to apply for social security card. Social security card is like your identity, anything and everything related to payment to your account, to job, it gets your social security is very important and it's unique. You shouldn't be sharing with anybody, not even your roommates, because that is very secure identification number and you shouldn't be sharing with anybody. So what happened in this case is that this guy got an on-campus job. He applied for social security, he got the social security card, he's been working on campus, and then all of a sudden he gets a voicemail from the scammers. The voicemail claims that they are social security government officials and there's something illegal activities have happened through your social security and you need to call back immediately as soon as possible, and they leave the number. The whole purpose of the scammers is to get you into that fear zone. They know that as an international students, we probably don't know a lot of laws, we probably are not aware of a lot of things in specifically with social security, how it gets used by different authorities, and so we get scared on small things. And obviously immigration system and homeland security and tax and laws, we don't know a lot of things. So their whole target is to make you scared like anything, and once you are scared, then they can make you do anything. So the story continues that this guy gets this voicemail, he calls them on the given number. Now they have set up the system in a way that it will make you feel like it is actually an social security office. They have set up a voice information where you call 1, call 2, call 3 for any kind of this, you call to speak with an advisor, so press this. So they have set up that system, so he goes through that call gets transferred to an actual person, the person is talking, and then he's like, okay, you got this call, I'm looking at your information. They will make it look like they're actually typing and they're looking at your information. They really don't have a lot of information on you, but they're trying to extract as much information information as they can from you. So this person, they get this information and they're like, looks like this is a little complicated case, I'm gonna forward your call to senior officer. So they act as if they are forwarding their call to senior officer, and the senior officer comes and this is the whole conversation happens. As you can read, the first person tells him the scenario that, hey, there's a warrant which has been filed against you because of the drug trafficking and several other charges. He told me that there is 43 accounts are active under your social security number and getting illegal activities happening on your social security number, and that's why they need to forward his call to senior officer. When the senior officer gets on the call, they ask him that, do you have anything to defend for yourself, because there are this charge. Now this is where they are trying to get him by asking him more and more details. They are really trying to get as much information as they can to find out that this guy is scammable or not. Like, is he innocent? Is he like, you know, naive? Is he can he get scared from our calls? And if he can, like, how much money can we extort from him? So all of those conversation is happening as much as they are trying to, like, you know, get more information from him. And because he was trying to defend himself and, you know, he ended up giving some information to them. This is where I want you to, you know, be aware that never ever give your personal information. No government official is gonna ask you your bank details, your social security, your credit card numbers, your PIN numbers. Those are the things they don't ask because those are very confidential numbers. They will always ask you to use a website or come in person or through some letter or mail. So this is where they get him and they get all the information. So now they are trying to tell him that, hey, because you have so many things going on and your accounts are having some illegal activities, we're gonna freeze your account because we want to save the money which you have. So they also ask him, how much money do you have? And he ends up giving them the amount which he has. And after that amount has been told, he's like, okay, how about you remove $1,400 from your bank account, because he had $1,438. He's like, remove your $1,400 because as soon as we freeze it, you will not be able to use it. So make sure that you remove that amount. And this is where the scam happens. They make him scared so much that they convince him that if you remove the money, put it in the gift card which is government issued only, so that way your money will not be touched and we can securely remove that money and give you a new SSN card and an SSN number. So they also told him that they will freeze your SSN. Never ever you believe something like that, because your SSN is very unique. You will never get a new SSN. You will always have the same SSN, unique SSN. It's meant for you. So if somebody's telling you that they're gonna freeze it, they're gonna do something like that and give you a new one, that is a sign that it's a scam. A big sign is that no government official is going to actually tell you to pay the money in gift card. This is a big scam that they will never ever tell you like, hey, you have a penalty and you have a fine, you need to get to Walmart or Target or some company's gift card and put the money in there. But the way they tricked him is saying that your account is going to be freezed, there your money is being used for different purposes and your account is being used, so make sure that you put this money into government official card so that they can be secured and they can transfer that money to him in person. As soon as he transfers the money into the gift card, they ask him to get that money. Now before we get to that, I want you to hear how they sound and what they try to do. So I'm gonna play the recording which he sent me from here.
Started when we found an abandoned car on the south border of Texas. The car contained some blood and drugs residues inside it. Hence, after investigation, we found that the car was rented on your name and on your personal information.
Yes.
There are addresses linked with the title of the vehicle.
Okay.
The address in the city of Raleigh was read by the U.S. Marshal.
Okay.
But unfortunately, there was no one inside the residence. But we have recovered 22 pounds of cocaine, which is an abusive drugs, and some documentation from financial institutes such as Chase Bank, Bank of America, and U.S. Bank.
Okay.
And this entire paperwork has a name on it, and thousands of dollars has been wired from this bank account locally and internationally, which totally seems suspicious to us. That is the reason we as the Social Security Administration of the state of Texas has filed case against you for drugs trafficking and as well as money laundering. And what we have done was totally against the law of U.S. Treasury. We have to sign the arrest warrants against your name and have to suspend your social right away. Now, let me know, do you have any question regarding with your...
So as you heard, they make it sound like as if there's a lot of things happen, there's a lot of illegal activities happening because his account was used for drug trafficking and cocaine and murder and blood and all of those things, and they make it sound like because of all of those things they filed a warrant against him and they filed a claim against him, and they're gonna freeze his SSN. Of course, when you hear something like this, you will be scared. I understand some of you probably will be laughing right now, or some of you probably will be like, how, I know that I've never done something like this. This is not gonna impact me. I understand that, but when you are in that situation, you get very scared. You don't know what to think about. You will freak out because you are in a different country. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how your SSN you might have applied to somewhere. You might have given this SSN somewhere, and somehow this got connected. So they make it sound like you are involved. So if the whole purpose is for you to understand. Now, here's the catch. This is not the only thing happened with him, but there's other students in the same batch. They got impacted by the same scam. A lot of people got impacted, but luckily he shared this scam with the roommates and the friends so that they were aware that something like this is happening. But if he wouldn't have shared this with his roommates and friends, then they would have also lost the money, and in fact many others would have lost the money. And that is main reason why he wanted me to make this video, so that you are aware that when you come here and if something like this happens, make sure that you don't end up doing something like this. You probably consult with other people, maybe talk to your friends, maybe talk to the college advisors, because this is scary and they make it sound like you did something. So in the end of the story is that he ends up loading this gift card with $1,400. He gives them the gift card number. They extract the money as soon as he gives them, and within 5 minutes when he goes to check online that is the money existing, he knows that there's no money, and that's how he realizes that he lost it. Few things to remember. One, never give your social security number to anybody. Second, if something scams like this happens, don't end up freaking out. I understand you will be freaking out, but hang up and then talk to or tell them that you need to think about this. You need to go and talk to college advisors, your friends, somebody. Just talk to somebody before you take some big decisions. 3, if they ask you to put your money somewhere else instead of telling you to go onto the website and pay it, or instead of telling you to come to the office and pay it, do not do something like that. Do not put it in some gift card and give them that gift card number. Now, I do want to talk about another IRS scam, which is Internal Revenue System, which is a tax scam. So what happens is, as international students, when you work on campus or you get internship, you have to pay taxes every year in March and April. April usually is the end of the timeline for filing your taxes. When you do file your taxes, sometimes you might make a mistake, or sometimes you don't know what exactly to click. There are so many options. You don't know what to put out. If you might put out some extra amount, you might put out low amount, so you might end up making some mistakes. And if you do make a mistake, it's okay. You can correct that in the next form, or you can repay the tax if you haven't already. But the problem is that the scammers know that as an international students, we are bound to make some mistakes in tax. So they take advantage of that. They will try to call you and they will say like, hey, we looked at your tax form submissions and it looks like that you have made the mistakes. You are trying to hide some money. You have this and that. Same thing like the previous call. They will make it sound like that you made a mistake, and now there is a penalty on your account, and it is going to go on your credit history, on your social security. And to avoid that penalty, you need to pay. And there's 2 ways they will tell you. One is that same gift card thing. They will tell you to put it in the gift card and tell them that gift card. Another thing they will do is they will tell you to submit on a website. Now they will create a fake website where they can just process that payment, and it will look like exactly like a tax system or a government website. They will have a logos, they will have some numbers, they will have a link. All of this will happen, and you might think that this is an actual legit website. They will never be on the call, and they will be asking you step by step, like, okay, go there and put your credit card number, and once you put the credit card number, submit it and let me know. They will never be on the call. They will never do something like that. So don't get trapped into even the text scam. That is it for this video. I know the person who sent me this message and recording, I know you're watching this. Thank you so much for doing this. I know this will help so many students, so many international students, professionals who probably might get scammed and who might get trapped and end up losing a lot of money. I really respect and inspired by you trying to help others. Now people, if you're watching this and let's just spread this, and make sure that everybody's aware of such scam, and hopefully no student will lose the money after they watch this video. That is my hope, and that is the person's hope who shared it with me. I guess that is it. Please share it if you like it. Until our next one, keep smiling and keep hustling.